Kenner was closed and consumed by Hasbro in 2000.
What's up, action figure fans? Back again to do another action figure review. Well, 3 of them.
Heck yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We have NECA's Kenner Throwback Wave Terminators. Have you ever seen such a beautiful sight?
It's pretty sick.
God, they're just crushing it with the packaging, man. They started it with the Predators for the Alien vs. Predator line. I guess the Aliens too with the Kenner.
Yeah.
But just bringing these assets back, and look at that, like the old product shots from the early 90s.
Yeah, everything's great. Yeah.
I love it. And the font. I don't know. Something about as simple as the assets and the font.
I like the way I don't remember if they did this on the older ones. They must have. But with the NECA at the bottom and the old Kenner font.
Yeah, they're smart, man. NECA's smart. So here we have Power Arm Terminator, White Hot T1000, and then Metal Mash Terminator Endoskeleton. And they even show John Connor on the back with his motorcycle, Dad.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I was floored just seeing these in person. So
I don't even want to open these.
Yeah, I kind of want to get another set just to keep on card, but
Gonna have to.
We'll get to that. All right, so let's start with Power Arm T800. He comes with a plethora of accessories. He's basically just. I mean, these are all just reuses.
Broke this thing. It was like broken in the package though. I touched it and it broke.
Well, all the endoskeletons, which we'll get to when we look at the gold one, suck kind of, and then their guns have always been terrible. But
yeah, this guy comes with this grabby hand.
But we'll look at his arm and the pieces that are with it. They're very
little
well engineered. Yeah, this thing is
pistons and
articulated,
stuff.
screwed together. I think that's the only new thing out of all 3 figures is his arm and the pieces that come with it.
Big ass arm.
Yeah. And then what he is just the ultimate T800 that we've seen before with Dutch arms. So just buff Arnold arms.
Yep.
From 1987.
I like it. There's no paint wash or anything, but I mean, it's supposed to be like an old toy, so it works out really well.
Yeah, his arm's interesting because it has this ball socket, and then it has this big elbow joint, and you can plug in 2 tips. He's got that like rocket piece and the big claw. And then on the old figure, they were 2 separate arms, and it fired a missile. And then we were saying it would be cool to see that play feature again, but I'm sure that would be...
I mean, it wouldn't take that much.
It might have taken away from the sculpt of it. Who knows?
They're just like, we don't want to do it.
We're just going to mold it and make it one big piece.
It's sick, though. I like it.
They did a good job. If you find pictures of the old one, you see how they interpreted it with all the greeblies and stuff.
Yeah, it's just like the rocket arm. It's the same. It works really well, though.
And his plasma rifle fits nicely in his human regular skin arm. There you go. Even though it's broken. And I mean, just the NECA team, like, okay, what do we have now that we've made? And how can we bring that full circle with the old figures when we were kids?
It works out super well.
He's got a pink shirt.
I wanted this so bad.
He's got bare arms.
Because I had this as a kid.
Yeah, let's do that. So you can see how the whole thing plugs into the socket in the torso.
Peg and a peg.
Yeah, this is really hard to pop out, so I recommend a hairdryer. And that just goes in kind of easily. I recommend a hairdryer with every NECA figure.
I'm really glad he comes with the other arm, even if, the other arm is... Metal arm is way better, but still. You got a pink
options,
shirt.
Right? Yeah.
You just got, flamboyant Arnold now.
I think it's good. And there he is with his mold buddy, the Ultimate T800. Same exact figure, just some new paint details and alternate arms.
One thing I did notice was the left thigh doesn't move like on the other figure here.
Yeah, the Ultimate T800 has legs from when these used to be Staction figures and they had swivels. This one is just fused, although since they have upgraded hips, you don't need those anyway.
Nah.
You can also switch the heads if you have this figure and you want to. They're those old school ones with the necks attached. And they fit pretty close. The skin tone's a little bit off, but I think it's cool. They're just going to reuse the same molds and everything.
I found that the head kind of like falls out quite often.
Yeah, it's loose. There he is with another purple shirt guy. Remember that old Gambit I made? All right, we're going to move on to the... What is this guy called? The Metal Mash?
The Metal Mash Terminator.
This one I always wanted as a kid. I would see him on the card backs. I never found him, though, just because he had cool numbers.
Pretty sure I had all of these. They're sitting in a tub somewhere, I'm sure.
If you guys are familiar with the old school endoskeleton. This one is the exact same mold. And remember, this is an old figure. NECA came out with this, almost 10 years ago, probably. And while they were able to replicate, like, the pistons and everything to keep it movie accurate, I really wish they would revisit the endoskeleton because you can't do anything with it, really. And every time I buy one of these...
They would just need to add one more little joint of the shoulder, and then it would have a butterfly, and it'd work out really well.
Well, they would need to, like, make new joints and hide them because if they do just pistons, they're going to break.
Right, of course.
So you see, I can barely move this here.
I don't see much what they can do with the legs, but they can definitely do something with the shoulders.
They would have to be like fake pistons, is the point.
Yeah, they would. But I mean,
it's same old endoskeleton, and like you can buy one of these. You can buy 10 of these, and like maybe 8 of them will be defective. This one happens to be good, and I don't have any complaints. I bought so many of these over the years, and some parts always broken or stuck.
Stupid freaking feet. They're hard to stand. This one's not so bad though. This one's a lot better than the old ones.
Yeah, so I think we just lucked out, but he looks great. Something about that. I didn't think I'd like this one that much with the gold and black. It's really fun on the shelf. And he comes with his own phased plasma rifle.
Same deal.
Just red and black. And then I think my favorite part is the light piping they put in. The other ones don't have this.
Yeah, it's like the Freddy and stuff. It's really cool.
God, it looks so good. It picks up a lot of ambient light because it's huge on the back of his head, so I think it looks...
Yeah, you can just kind of have a light just randomly above like a table lamp, and it works, you know.
What's funny is the bio on these, which I have never read my entire life, was that it says Terminator returns to the future to fight tomorrow's evil cyborgs. His number tattoo proves he's programmed to protect the human resistance. And this line was called Future War. I don't know if there was comics or anything, but that means that like people from now sent a robot to the future reprogrammed to be good. Sick. Impossible. So the first one we've got with light up red eyes to make him look the most menacing is the good guy. Terminator.
Yeah. Works for me. You just make believe, you know?
Something about just those numbers on his chest. It not only is it nostalgic, but I don't know. Yeah, man, all the mold for these guns, it's always saggy.
This one's cool though. Is this the black and red though?
Yeah. What you've seen before. This one just has good paint. A lot of the just regular silver ones are kind of messy, but they did a good job on this.
This definitely has to be one of my favorite endoskeletons. I've never really been drawn to them too much because I know their articulation from reviews isn't that great, but this one's sick.
Here's Metal Mash next to the regular one that I still see at Target and stuff all the time. It makes me sad because they're not good, but they're pretty. All right, we're going to move on to White Hot T1000.
All new.
Yeah, so he comes with some of the stuff the previous Ultimates have. Those hook arms, trigger hand, and then his gun to go on his side. So just enough to make him fun.
It's weird his gun is on the wrong side.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
That's okay. Yeah, so we put him in the freezer, and this is when he turns dark, and then I'm going to go over him with the hairdryer, and you can see how quick he lights up and how the color change works with this plastic.
Really quick.
Yeah.
If you keep going, he gets lighter and lighter, but, gets a little dangerous if you're using the wrong thing.
Yeah, don't use a heat gun. I'm just using a hairdryer. Or he'll do it like room temp after a while. He's got white hot undies.
Yeah. his underpants or his, bottom.
It reminds me of, I used to have old color-changing Hot Wheels.
He's like a Superman, kind of frozen Superman.
They made like that glow-in-the-dark Predator, but that was because I wanted that armor. And I saw this and I was like, I don't care about this. But then Matt got this one and I was like, this is actually pretty sick.
Yeah, so. This one and the Arnold were definitely the ones I was looking forward to.
And then if you're familiar with the T1000, or this cop body, which they used for the Chinese T1000 in the new movie, it's the same body. It comes apart at the torso because you you could switch torsos
Yeah,
to be all messed up.
again, it's like that old Freddy to have that
Mhm.
talking whatever face.
But I mean, I did use the hair dryer on him for the color change feature, but I always do anyway just to loosen everything up. And once again,
The weird thing about this one though, you didn't really have to. He was kind of, I don't know if it's has to do with the chemical they put in there for the color change, but he's just looser
yeah,
all
he feels
around.
good. He feels like a
Moves around
Hasbro
good.
figure,
Yeah.
like a Black Series figure.
Really nice.
That's why, like, if a figure it moves easily and moves well, the way their joints are engineered, I'm gonna like it no matter what. So even though he's just like a blue cop,
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, this
The only
guy's
thing
fun.
that's kind of weird is his joints at his elbows.
Yeah, they always cast joints in a different plastic to be stronger. So.
Right, of course. I mean, it makes sense to do that, but at the same time, you would like it to be blue.
Yeah, it takes away from it a little bit. But his eyes are painted silver, and they put a little bit of.
Yeah, it's
he's
pretty
got
sick.
silver on his badge and buckles and stuff.
I like how those small details really work.
He can
towards
hold his
favor.
gun. That's all you would want from this guy. I wonder how many people will keep these in box because of the packaging.
I definitely need to get another set.
And then his arm switch at the elbow, he's gonna kind of want to pry him out a little bit to get those hook arms. And these are from when he jumps on their car and hooks in on the trunk. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then they knock him loose and he like rolls sideways really fast and clinks. Yeah. Man, NECA does such a good job. It makes me want to revisit the originals of this and just get this one.
He's like a praying mantis.
Or Scyther.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, here he is with... I really thought I had just his normal Ultimate, but I only have the Motorcycle Cop version. So there's that with him.
They're buddies.
They're
sort of.
friends.
Or not. Motherfucker.
I really like the Motorcycle Cop one.
He's sick.
Yeah.
That one I had as a kid, and it was probably my favorite toy for the longest time.
There they are, guys. Hopefully the first in at least 2 waves, because there's enough figures.
There's a few more that they can produce, right? I mean,
Well, the Kenner figures had like that chromium bad guy and like a guy that looked like a Borg, so they would have to make new sculpts, but maybe they can get creative with the sculpts they already have to do something.
I'm sure they could do some bodies, but yeah, we need some head sculpts at least.
But there weren't that many Kenner waves to go off of, like the Alien vs. Predator. Even if this was it, I'm sure these will sell well. It's so smart for them to do this. Just this
That's
much
sick.
reuse. They didn't have to do anything.
Just an arm
And the card art,
and
really.
some new chemical in the cold hot man.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, which one's your favorite, Greg?
Probably the endoskeleton, to be honest, just because I love the endoskeleton. The endoskeleton is a easy, like, you got me if it's a Terminator.
Yeah, it's just anatomical, I know, but I don't know. There's
Out of the
something
other
about the
yeah.
Arnold is just super sick. I just love the crazy juxtaposition between the metal and the human.
I think it's a, yeah.
Super
The Arnold
one-sided.
is like a custom to me, though, because I've seen people do the Kenner customs.
That's just so good.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit me like the T-1000 or the endoskeleton, but they're all equally awesome to me. So, good job, NECA. We love you.
Well, guys, let us know what you think of the figures. Which one's your favorite? Let us know what you think of the review.
Go get them all. They're amazing.
Hell yeah.
The endoskeletons are terrible, though. Don't be surprised. Thanks for watching, guys. We're Alternate Head. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Matt, I was looking into the Gremlins. It turns out that the Ultimate Gremlin is a brand new sculpt.
Oh, really?
NECA's recapturing my childhood, only it's not as sad.